Alright, I'm officially live. Gonna ensure you're all able to hear me, chat. Obviously. Yo, what's good? Line was Mommy Angel just overall. Yeah. AirTag. But yeah, as I specifically mentioned, what's in my recent live stream, last live stream, what I'm specifically mentioned, what's in this current live stream chat. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I know, full mention 37 plus, the brain fully formed for the afterbirth, and despite that being temporarily, chat. But anyway, chat, but yeah, Andrew.
Man, fucking ocean.
So apparently I was on like someone's like live, cause I just joined it.
Okay.
And no offense to him, cause like I'm like a new follower to him, and I mentioned to him like what my goals are gonna be, cause like I usually, whenever I join someone's live, I usually mention like, oh, I want to be CEO, president, astronaut, all that, and he said like he doesn't want to be. Hold on, let me pause my screen so I don't hear myself. And then like he was mentioning like, oh, he's not trying to be an ass, and I'm like, and I was like gonna mention to him, but I don't want to lash out because he doesn't like people when they argue, which that's reasonable. I mean, I don't like when people argue either, but like, but I was gonna mention to him, you shouldn't like be judging people for their goals. Like if they know how to multitask, hold up, and they know how to handle challenging jobs like Elon Musk, for example, which. Yeah, for me personally, I don't like Elon Musk, but overall, I'm just mentioning like as an example. But like, I was gonna mention to him like, like I can multitask and I can handle like plenty of companies. Huh?
I don't know who you were talking to, but now I see your headset.
No, I'm actually on a Snapchat call. Yo, but Andrew, you heard what I mentioned? But no, yeah, but yeah, majority of the people when it comes to like politics, for example, I mentioned to him like, oh, like like for me personally, I don't mind chatting about it. I don't mind when other people chat about it. But when it comes to those who don't like to chat about it, I don't argue with them because this is like they're live and they don't want, and then he doesn't want other people to witness it, he or she or whoever I join. But I just mention it's all good. I respect that's you. And I mentioned plus when it comes to my goals, when it comes to my political goals, certain people are gonna argue either way, and he mentioned like understandable standpoint, meaning like he understand like why he didn't want to allow on his life. But no, the part I didn't like is the wait, what? What's that? What's that? You said you understand? Oh, but did you hear what I mentioned? Like, do you understand? But no, like the only part I was just like pissed about is like when he mentioned like, how can he be CEO, president, an astronaut, and he in his opinion, what? Oh, that's cool. But and then he was like to me, how can he be a CEO, astronaut, president simultaneously? In his like perspective, he thinks that you can't. But I mentioned to him, there's certain people who can like multitask, like challenging like jobs or careers. But hey, that's him. I didn't like argue with him because like one, I'm a new follower. I don't want to disrespect right when I like interact with someone new that I've interacted with, and two, like plus two, it's just not worth the energy to argue with someone, Because the more you argue, it just causes like boredom because people are like, oh man, this is all I witness. Like, why can't I witness peace? You know what I mean? But no, yeah, but yeah, no, I mentioned the Farhan, like, I was being for real when, like, you mentioned, like, oh, like, I was joking about, like, wanting to vape, plus, like, when you heard the story, you're like, I may not possibly consider it. Even, even if you were, even if you were immortal, you possibly wouldn't, because then you're gonna encourage others to inhale those, like, harmful chemicals, you know? I mean, the whole point I do is because, like, for me, it's just like cloud, but yes, certain products have chemical, and like my goal is to ensure, they don't have those harmful chemicals. Like, I mean, for nicotine, yeah, I get it. People cough because it just causes that effect, but if it's just the chemicals itself and not the, like, coughing effect, then I'm gonna ensure you don't cough when it comes to it, and ensure there's no harmful chemicals, you know? Because I feel like if I do it around Amber, she's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to witness this, it just reminds me of my mom or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, I'm possibly not gonna do it around her, plus she has asthma, and then then it's gonna harm her, and then that's just another way of one way to kill your girl, and that's just messed up, you know. Even though you're not physically doing it, you're still, through your actions, you're still causing that, you know. Like I wouldn't care if my kids do it. That's them, as long as they know how to handle the effects. Plus, what if in the future they don't even have harmful chemicals? What if they're like, wow, so when they created, people didn't know what they're doing? And I'm like, yeah, that's what causes people to die. But I'm sure even till that time, Amber's possibly not gonna consider, because that's like a psychological effect, you know? Like, it's not just like, oh, everything is safe, I can consider it. It's like, it would like remind her, you know? So, oh yeah, chat. That's what I was gonna mention earlier. Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm not gonna get into the personal detail, like what is gonna occur afterwards. But yeah, apparently, yeah, Amber, yeah, that's yeah, she lost her, you know. But that's all I'm gonna mention. I'm not gonna get into the details, because then that is disrespectful to just give out details without Amber's consent. But overall, yeah, that's all I wanted to mention as well. So if you're like, oh, why are you not talking about her mom or whatever? And I'm like, that's the reason. Hey, Angel, do you want me to invite you? Huh? Angel? He said, like, for their goals, like, if... Oh, he hung up. Actually, I will give you the personal detail. Who knows what Angel mentioned, but... Either way, it's all good. I mean... Same time, I would mention, like, I'm not gonna mention other details. Okay, I'm just gonna mention some. So yeah, apparently, hold on, let me put the volume down. Not the volume down, turn the music off. So yeah, apparently Amber's, her mom is unfortunately dead because of whatever harmful chemicals that's what's in the vape, and yeah, just like, yeah, it's unfortunate. I was gonna mention it earlier, but then, like, you know how my sister is. You know how she is. Oops. But yeah, I had alcohol earlier. And you remember how I was mentioning, like, why do I have half a shot? It's because they apparently assume that I wouldn't like the taste. They didn't assume, but yeah, some of the taste, it'll take quite a while for me to process, like, overall, you know, so you know, it's just like, it's not the taste itself. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but it's just because my tongue nerve is damaged, and as my brain, like, process it, like obviously, it knows, like, obviously my brain would know, well, pretty much I would know, but overall, it'll take quite a while for me to process, like, overall, you know, so I feel like the half is not like, oh, you would harm yourself because you're not 21. That's just the current lie, you know. Cause like I mentioned, chat, full mental maturity 7+, the brain fully formed, fully developed afterwards, and you know, despite the age from laws being temporary, you know. So, plus, you never know. You never know. I can even mention to plenty of people, like, I feel talk about politics is just a cool thing. Like, yeah, argue is part of the debate. If you're a president, don't be like, oh, I don't like politics, I can't do this. You have to. I mean, I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna exploit an individual and just say, oh, you have to be. That's their decision. Do you want to be president, whatever. Even if the political standpoint is peaceful, yeah. I mean, who knows in the future if everybody is gonna want to consider being. But I know for a fact I want to be. I want to save this country. I want to change plenty of the laws, especially the aging laws. I overall mentioned all about that with some of my recent live streams, so you already know the details. Whoa! That is what the whole point. Why you gotta not be a reckless driver. I would not necessarily be. I have plenty of driving life experience that even though I don't have a license, which, like I mentioned, I feel like it should be like this, the hunting. You know how people have a hunting license? It should be like that. It's just like an SSN, it just has your name, your first, last, how tall you are, because the whole point why they want to know how tall you are is so to ensure, like, you're, tall enough to drive, you know. I'm pretty sure that's why they have that, like, height limit on there. Ooh. That was more of a bitch punch, not a slap. He just punched her like... I mean, was it a punch? I'm pretty sure I can... Your mental state level is rising. Players will earn... I mean, yeah, because he did it for no reason. It's pretty much like you have some type of emotional damage that's interfering. I don't necessarily have that, you know, so... I mean, I wouldn't necessarily... I'm more of a pacifist type, you know? Like, I'm not necessarily like... So pretty much what I chat about, you're pretty much chatting about politics. Like, right when you talk, you gotta talk about politics. Government is a public thing. Nothing is private. Don't be like, keep your opinions to yourself. That is a perspective, that is your judgment. But I feel like opinions cannot prove it fact because it's just your judgment. But if I could prove for a fact like 11, 12 plus should be a reasonable age, that's a fact. You're proving that right when you start puberty, you are able to consume the alcohol. It's not gonna harm your body. Mentally, it's not gonna harm you. It's not gonna harm the brain because it is enlarging just enough, you know. But yeah, y'all know the details is what I'm mentioning. But yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be 21. But I feel like I should mention to everybody what do you think the drink age should be lowered to? Or just any age. But yeah, I was gonna mention sex and pregnancy. Like sex. If it's for pleasure, 7 plus. But if it's pregnancy, if you're gonna impregnate, typically 11 or 12 plus. If I were to make that change. I mean, hey, if that occurred in the ancient era, then I feel like it should be a thing now, just without the raping and exploitation of that. I have to speak a little bit quieter. Because one of my friends is here, which is I knew her through my dad, so it's pretty much like her main friend, or excuse me, his main friend. Not like main friend, like the typical friend. Well, pretty much it is his main friend, like one of his main friends, like lady friends, because like yeah, pretty much she's she's here, so pretty much like I don't want to mention something out loud and they're like, what are you mentioning? Because you know how some people's reactions are gonna be. And obviously YouTube's gonna keep private what I specifically mentioned, you know, so it's not like I'm gonna talk shit, I'm just saying like overall. I mean, certain people I would talk shit about them, but I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm talking shit about you. No. Obviously not, chat, like... Hey, buddy, I have my right to steal. I'm kidding. You don't. You can't have a. That's not a right. That is a wrong. That is definitely a wrong. You do not have. You don't necessarily have a right. That is like a wrongdoing. That's like a sin. Like, why would you want to steal? Like, that's their vehicle. You have to have your own vehicle. Like, you really say I'm gonna steal a Lamborghini from dealership? Ooh, I want a Lamborghini. No, you're not patient. That is not. It's like you have impulse. You don't have. You don't have that impulse control. It's like you don't. You don't have any control of it. Even though it's fully formed and fully developed. Actually, yeah. The whole point why I mentioned the brain being enlarged enough, like 7+. I mean, like how the brain itself, it's like, you know how as it enlarges enough, it makes plenty of room for the neurons, especially the prefrontal cortex, which is one of the neurons, which overall they are like fully formed and fully developed after birth, which it's pretty much the brain itself that's fully formed, fully developed after birth. So overall, full mental maturity 7+. The brain is fully formed, fully developed after birth. And, you know, despite the age requirement laws being temporary, you know, so. Just like, for example, the drinking age. Which is going to typically be 11 or 12+. Or, like I mentioned, sex. Sex, if you do for pleasure. Or if you're in a relationship. Or pretty much you're having a wedding that age. 7+. So pretty much the things that involves mentality, if it's sex, yes, it's physical, but if it's for pleasure, that's more of a mentality because you're mentally aware of what the pleasure is stimulating overall. So pretty much, yeah, that's pleasure. And then if it's like making out, or having a wedding, or pretty much being married, like you're with that person, you know, then, you know, it's 7+. If it involves pregnancy, typically 11 or 12+. Like you can have sex, like 7+. But if you want to impregnate them, wait until they're like 11, 12+. Or, like I mentioned, for certain boys / men's / guys / males, and girls / women / ladies / females, then like 10, 9, or 8+. But typically 11, 12+. So, see ya.
It's good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
I know we're gonna celebrate your birthday.
What's that?
I'll be there for your birthday.
Alright. I'll see ya.
Yeah. Send me the info.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I told him the best to do the Atlanta music with Ford and remember the Rolling Loki one? That's the best.
Yeah, that's the person I was referring to. The one who's here.
Right, you know? Alright.
I'm currently north in GTA. But yeah, like I mentioned, it's gonna typically be 11, 12+, typically. For impregnation. And then for certain individuals, like I mentioned, 10, 9, or 8+. But typically 11, 12+ towards that. So. Drinking, same thing. Yes, ma'am? Oh, heck no, don't do that. By the time it's 80 years, I'll be in like Roblox for 70-something years. Wait, hold up. Can I mute my mic for a bit? Oh, chat. Yeah, she mentioned that Cussie's gonna be 7 plus. You. And obviously Valentina.
Just because you're less than the doesn't mean
Hey, yo!
Oh, so you're not.
I'm joking. Obviously you're gonna agree with the drinking age to be 11 or 12 plus. Right, Valentina? 10:44. But, right, Valentina? That you mentioned that drinking to be 11 or 12 in the future for people? Sure, okay. But yeah, it's real though, obviously, for that. But I'm gonna make you aware anybody who's 5 or 6 can't play Roblox, and you have to be 7 plus. Oh! Wait, why is that? So you're saying, wait, so you say you have 6 or 5-year-old friends? He's gonna... Oh, he's gonna be 6 in 2027. Don't worry, he could just lie about his age. Just say that, oh, I just turned 7. I just skipped 6. Get it? Valentina? That's like when I'm gonna be the CEO in 2 more years, so you gotta relax. Or I could wait until 2028. Just make you happy. You. Valentina, that's like an old trend. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna mention it anymore. Actually, it is. That's like a trend. It's a trend. So it's a meme. Then the meme is gonna end. Or the meme ended. I didn't mention to someone if they still mention it. Then exactly my point. Not really. Not really. Put me through! I'm about to be right back, chat. Just be sure to skip to part 1 on SAFK. Like I mentioned, chat. Age, typically 11 12 plus. Obviously, Roblox will be 7 plus. So anyway, just overall, I'll be back, chat. So. like what y'all doing at the moment? Oh, let me listen to my homie voice message real quick.
So apparently my mom found out what happened about what I did the other day, and she was not happy about it. This is one last chance. My mom told me. Mike, I need to talk to you about something. Hi, Mike.
What is good, my niggas?
What's good?
How y'all been? From my she could be the grandma. Very loud. Speak. What about Amber's mom?
Yeah, I mentioned he was shocked too. Like, shocked.
Did you mention like why moms die?
Yeah, he mentioned. Why I told him. And he was like, damn. And I was like to him, yeah, I told him, like, I had, like, you know what I'm saying?
Is he able to join or is he busy? Okay, cause,
I checked it out, he didn't pull up, so I don't think he might. I told Dakota, because
oh, you all gonna real hang?
okay, that's why I asked you. Me and Dakota, I was like, we called to see if you guys want to hang out.
When I get my license, bro. The whole was my homies because my mom didn't. Yeah, him and me. Okay, cause the Dakota. Okay, the reason why I asked Dakota if they ID.
Dakota's calling. Hold up.
Started debate on lowering it to 22 for now to be president. But hold on, give me meditation.
Good.
Huh?
I'm gonna go take my shower real quick.
Alright, man, catch you later. But yeah, I mean, my homie and I are presidents. I mean, it's gonna be 22 for now because I just wanted I wanted to be the age so I'm fighting for president. After the impeachment, I'm already like in office. You know? Leader, because leader So I'm gonna ensure it's separate, be very peaceful, less stress, doesn't harm your physicality, won't harm your mentality because obviously of the country within this world, especially other planets potentially. So, but anyway, chat, hold on, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna skip the part where oh yeah, I'm gonna be AFK, so be sure to skip the part where I'm not necessarily AFK. All right, but yeah, I'm really looking for like exactly 2 more months to be at a bar. Fuck yeah.
You just don't fucking give it freaking phone. Now I need to know what they did. So stupid.
Was good. Why, for some certain reason, your mic is quiet? Let me raise your mic up.
What?
There you go. What's good? Not much. I'm currently playing GTA. You down to play Fortnite?
Huh?
You down to play Fortnite? I mean, invite me to a voice chat. Alright, I'm Android here. If you want to see more of me play G5 Online with Small Me and Drill, just overall be sure to leave a comment down below. I'll play some Android. Take it easy, yeah. Alright, hold up.